All right, everybody, welcome back here to High Button Sports as we get set for another game here, and this is the U14s again, and the last one on the docket here. Is that right, dude? Or no, we got one more tomorrow morning, so this is the third last one, or the third of the 4-game set, and 20 fresh minutes on the clock. Dudes here with me and ready for some more action. The late games now here, dudes.
Yep, a little matinee, or I guess the matinee would have been during the day, but I guess this one does start in the evening. So, yeah, we'll see what these players have for their second game. And you were correct there a little bit, as it is the last game for the U14s for the day.
Right, okay.
Another one tomorrow each. And, yeah, we're just about to get underway here. Another full afternoon spent in the rink, Jeff. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yes, podcast coming out this afternoon. Make sure you turn into that there. If you're not subscribed, the High Button Podcast. Right now we got some live streams here in front of you, and we'll get right into it. That one sent in behind there, picked up by Forsyth. Forsyth looks to go up the right side wall with it, and a quick hit laid as it's knocked back around. Hunter Martin hands that off to Mood. Mood up ahead and back in behind from Brett Cormier. Cormier gets leveled there along the boards. There's a big hit coming in there from the back end, and that looked to be Jared Conlon, and he's definitely not afraid of laying a hit, and right there he connected. Back in behind for Teal. It's down low. Ryland Peoples. Peoples is getting worked in along the boards, picked up there in the corner by Geyser. Geyser loses it. Quickly up off the glass and down here in front of us, so extra little push as it heads back and behind, and good wheels in behind by Sergeant Greenwood here. Sergeant Greenwood up through the right. He'll cut in over the blue line and into the zone. Stopped up there. Purple with a quick turnover. Up ahead here by Chalk. Chalk connects on the pass there to Douglas. Parker Douglas in over the blue line. Had a chance to talk with his mom earlier. Nice lady, and saying everyone in the Douglas family is enjoying the stream. So shout out to you watching there at home. Glad we could bring you the action. That one down the left side and slowed up. Spinning out there by Grace. Grace quickly knocked off of it and hustled that. Picked up here near the blue line, and it's going to be cut back and around. Quickly moving. Handed off by Felix McDonald to the point. Teal with a shot, and we'll get a whistle there. Dudes, about 2 minutes in.
Yeah, on to the starter, Ryland Landry, getting the first period here for Team Purple. And, of course, down at the other end, Dylan Mumbercat, the hometown boy here for the Antigonish Bulldogs, getting his first period, as they've obviously just gone through as a rotation here. And I actually spent a couple minutes talking to the goaltenders earlier on today to get a feel for when they were going to be playing, and they kind of looked at me like, well, we're just going to play each period, and as if I should have known. So
dumb question, man.
I guess so.
Picked up here along the boards. Trying to get that in. Purple's going to hold as Austin tries to get it open. It's put back to the line now in front. Lead pass rolls off the stick there. McDougall, and sent back in. Oliver McMullen. McMullen played in behind there to Carroll. Carroll looking for a stretch. Heads up here now down in front. Quickly cutting into the zone down the right side. McMullen, and it wraps the end boards. Up ahead, moving and shaking, but cut off here now by Wakeham. Wakeham up ahead to Burke. Burke tries to center that one in there, and it'll be picked up, and now heading back the other way. Purple with a rush. Austin over the blue line. Austin shoots, and it falls off in there to the corner for McDonald. And around. Touch pass there. Stopped up. Into the zone. Purple going to pick up on it. Sampson cut off along the boards. Try to advance it. Nice stick there by Burke as it falls down here in front of us, and Burke goes on the rush down the left side. He'll try to get a shot off, and he will, but ran off into the boards and played pretty hard there, young Burke.
Yeah, he saw that opportunity kind of unfolding and got Braxton coming up ice, but a good job there to keep himself between Maddox, Burke there, and the goal. So good defensive play there from Robertson. Kind of got caught flat-footed, but he knew exactly who was coming down on him here, as those two have played together here for a couple years now. So he knew the severity of the situations. He got back in a hurry.
Picked up here by Sampson. Pushed in down the right side, and Cormier is going to pick up. Cormier from the back end and rolls up the right side. Past the stick of Ferguson. Into the middle, Kopech. Kopech from the left side, played off and down on one knee almost there. Finished off by Cohen Little. Teal will go up 1-0.
Yeah, nice individual rush there. Get one in behind the goaltender there. Just a good rush. Went wide and kind of faked what he was going to do. Maybe he wasn't sure himself, but regardless, he's going to find the back of the net.
So we'll head back to center here.
Apologies there on the camera. Switched to the wrong one.
Happens. We're still figuring out our new setup here, so bear with us.
Tryouts for us too.
Yeah, exactly. Getting a little experience under the belt doing it before we head into baseball in the regular season. That one over there to the right side is Greeno back in behind and not going to be able to catch up to that as it moves off to the middle. Quick chance here. Shot falls off to the left. Picked up by Kopech. Kopech in behind. Little. And another shot and a goal as Teal goes up 2 here. And another one gets by Landry. And that'll be a quick lead here, less than 5 minutes into the first.
Yeah, 2-goal lead. Worst lead in hockey, as they say, but we've seen that kind of be true here so far in these games. 2-goal lead, not exactly safe out here, and you know Purple will be lingering around just for another little while before they get back on the board.
Yep. We saw last game, Purple with a big comeback mood with 2 late goals and ended up pushing it to OT where they lost with a few minutes left, but really just back and forth here, and Teal getting the upper hand early. Into the right side, a low shot, and there, buried, and that'll be one as 16 points to 15. As Leo Harpel and Douglas connect for a nice one as the pass gets across and took less than 30 seconds for that 2-goal lead to evaporate.
What did we say? We pretty much called it without calling it. And, like we always talk about this so far this weekend, Jeff, this skills out here and these players are so good that there's going to be goals scored and it's going to happen the rest of the game. So we're not really going to know or be able to predict what's going to happen until the very last play of the game. So we're in for a treat here once again.
Picked up down the left side over the blue line. Purple looking to even this thing up right here, right now. As it balls into the end boards. Try to go up the wall. Sim with it. Reese Sim played tough along the boards. Purple comes out with it. Low shot. That one stays out as it heads off into the corner. Teal looking to move it up. Up through the zone. Kicking away. And it heads over the blue line just by a hair. Back over for Teal. Grabbed. Sergeant Greenwood up the right side. Picked up by Geyser. Geyser gets knocked down. Purple with it. Back the other way. Parker Douglas. Parker Douglas into the corner. He'll be stopped up. Opposite corner. A little push there again. 2-on-1. Looking to get moving up through the zone. Back the other way. Mason Austin. Sorry, Manton Austin, and can't get it through. Calvert picks it up. Turnover there to the middle. Austin off the turnover. He'll bring it in down the right side. Stopped up, losing a mitt. So Teal takes over and looking for a pass up there. Nice job by Jackson McDonald as it heads up the right side. In over the line. Eventually knocked off the puck. Geyser, and Purple will pull back around. Bryce Carroll. Carroll going for a skate here. Trying to go shifty up the left side and gets kind of cut off by a wall of Teal, and now they'll take over. Look for a stretch. Gets it up there. Felix McDonald can't get the chances. It's taken away by McDougall. Jack McDougall from Bedford with a nice play there. Back in behind. Slowed up. Trying to get that up the wall. It's down to the right side corner. Jack Taylor gets back out to the blue line. Low shot, and it's steered off into the wall and past Landry. Back on to the blue line. Shot in as it flutters off into the corner. Hustled after. Taylor picks it up. Hands off there to Felix McDonald again. Can't get it. Teal with a Good push here in the offensive zone. Right side shot, they score as it's fired through. Worked hard for it and got it. Felix McDonald will get the third one here, and it'll be 3-1, 13 minutes to go in the first.
A lot more shots here early on in this game. The fellas are out here just absolutely hammering pucks at the net here, and unfortunately Landry's been on the short end of the stick side this time, but another good push here. Teal seems to be coming out and starting on time here. We're kind of catching Purple almost flat-footed to start this game, even though they do have a goal already in this game.
Yeah, they're definitely been behind by a bit of a step here. There's lots of game left, obviously, but gotta catch up here. Teal with an extended time in the offensive zone there by that line, and they come out with what they were looking for, the goal.
Nice job by Mumberket to come out and stop that.
Up the right side wall, and that one falls back in behind Cormier. Some pressure now here from Teal. Kendall into the corner, and now they'll battle for it. Be forced to sit back there as Robertson as it gets cut off. Now brought back into the zone. That hits the end boards. Up the right side.
Oh,
moving through. Camus in over center, hands off, looking for the pass and connects right up through the middle. That one down here in front. Burke picks it up. Maddox Burke looking for a lane for Purple on him there, but he hands it off there to the right side. Nice shot there as it comes off the stick of Greeno. Another whack at it there in front, and they'll get the save, but a nice play by Burke there. He put his head up, picking that puck up near center. Looked up, 4 players getting into position, cut to the right side, and gets a nice drop-off pass that turns into a chance.
Yeah, it's a great rush there by Burke, and one thing we talk about chemistry with the players and getting to know one another. He had a couple familiar faces on his line there, and it's almost like they knew exactly what he was going to do. Sears was on the left side there. Burke looked up, he read the play, he ate some ice at the blue line. Burke was able to cut across and do that move at the blue line and not force his team offside, so maybe just a little bit of chemistry on display there.
Picked up, and Teal looking to work it back out again. Stick handled in a phone booth there, and it gets handoff to the left-hand side and picked up by Kopech. Played off in front and rolls off the stick, but another chance here in front. It's fired wide by Greeno. Up the left side. Falls in behind as McKay handed it off, and it's down into the zone. Looking for some stick lifts. Teal picks it up, centering pass. No one home, and now grabbed in stride. Down the right side. Jared Conlon as it's fired into the end boards. Sergeant Greenwood now turning on the Jets, trying to move it out the other way and stepping up. Can't get the hit through. Now into the zone, and that one offside. 10:43 to go in the first.
One thing I noticed there from that last rush was the transition play back the other way. 1-on-3 there for, I do believe it was Conlon, and it looked like Reese Sim looked up and realized he didn't have any recruits with him, so he stepped right up at the blue line. That's great gap control there. He pretty much forced the forward to make a play, and they had to chip and chase, and they ended up getting out of the zone relatively easy.
Down the right side. Puck heads into the end boards. Now back to the blue line. It's chipped back in, but cut off there and worked out by Cash West. Cash West gets pushed down as he lays a hit there along the boards. Nice retaliation knock there. Down the left side, looking for a shot, steered in behind. Still in behind now from a tight angle on Monberquette, covered up there. And exactly halfway through the first here now. 3-1 the score, and Purple with the face-off down low. Down on the right side corner, it's battled for, and Cash West with the pass in front, tries to catch up to it. On the other side, Teal looking to go around, some pressure there. Picked up, and now the arm goes up. We've got an interference on our first penalty of the game here, and a chance for Purple to cut this deficit back down to 1.
And this is an optimal scenario for Team Purple here. Get their opportunities and you know, they're doing a great job of actually cashing in on the opportunities that they do get, at least the grade A chances. So a lot of times that'll keep you in a game here if you can just kind of weather the storm and keep on your game plan here. So a glorious opportunity on the man advantage.
Realistically, there's been 4 goals already, but there hasn't been more than 7 or 8 good chances. So, yeah, like to your point, taking advantage when they're getting them. We'll see if the chances start coming frequently for either team, but right now, working pretty hard to get them cleared out in front. That one in behind as Grace picks it up. Purple on the power play. Gets it in around. Grabbed now by Douglas. Parker Douglas down to the right side. Douglas tries to pass that off, and it's up ahead. Jackson McDonald has to stay on it. He'll go up for the body down here in front, and nice PK in there by 19. Grabbed up the boards. Ooh, player almost left the feet there going for that hit. Into the zone. Drop back pass there by Harple. Drop that. Sent the length of the ice, slowed down. So 56 seconds to go on the power play. Backing around McMullen. Oliver McMullen from the left side. That one's brought in over the blue line. Slowed up and bounces back in behind. Hustled after as McDougall sweeps it back inside the blue line again. Pass to the right side. Low shot. Save made by Mombriquette. Some extra pressure, but he'll stay calm and get the cover. 32 seconds to go on the power play.
Yeah, some good pressure here, but can't really get anything as far as grade A towards the goal right now. But, you know, you're playing with your new power play line mates here, and you know that these kids have a lot of power play opportunities. It's a good opportunity to show what you're made of. If you're someone that doesn't usually get the man advantage time, or it just so works out that you don't get out there, it's a great time right now to show what you've got.
From the back end, it's picked up and fired down. 20 seconds to go, so that'll bring this power play pretty low. Ran off into the boards as Sears finishes his check. Pass up there through the middle, cut off of it and sent on. Now over the left side, that one heads over the blue line and the red line, and now picked up and quickly turned over, so not much coming there. Cut back play, Trip Greeno with it. Greeno over to the left side, grabbed by Burke. Burke with the handoff pass, looking for some room down here in front, finds some opening space, and it's into the feet as Carroll shuts it down, but another shot there, falls in behind. Grabbed here by Spencer Anderson. Anderson looking to go around the right. Passed out in front, stopped up. Greeno up ahead. Down into the right side corner. Camus tries to get that one out in front and picked up. Back from the right side again, a little cut move, shot, bounces in behind. 6:56 to go here in the first as we head through our first period, and stops up play there on the blue line. Back on over, gonna have to slow down. Tries to play it up the walls. Grabbed by Sergeant Greenwood as it's handed off, and good job under pressure there by Reese Sim. Get a nice clear one through. In over the line, slapped off a stick and heads into the mesh.
It's the first time we've seen a slap shot in quite some time. It's kind of one of those plays that has kind of fizzled out with time here. You just don't really have the time anymore to be tickling the rafters up there with your stick and letting go a bomb, but when you do get to see one, it's almost exciting again, similar to like a slam dunk or something like that in basketball. You get to see one, you see the stick go up in the air, and you're going, oh, no way.
Yeah, even defensemen are probably more inclined to maybe throw a snapshot out there, just quick release, get those wrists, low pucks on net, get some velocity behind it, but this slap shot we know can be a real difference maker if used properly. Back over, that one's handed to Sim. Up ahead and a pass to the left side, slowing up into some feet. That'll fall from the corner. Kopech trying to circle around. It's turned over. Up ahead now, picked up by Sampson. Down into the right side as Sergeant Greenwood knocked off it. Picks it up again though, over the blue line. Steps to the middle, shot, and that one will just be sent on and covered up. 5:40 to go here in the first. And the whistle will come.
Really liked Sim's game again here. Reese Sim. Just always has his head up. The puck comes back on his stick, and you know he's going to hit the open man. And I haven't seen him miss a pass here yet, and that's really good quality to have. A good first pass will take you a real long way in your hockey career as a defenseman.
Shot in there and squared away for a quick save. As we'll try again, working through this one. So the scoring has slowed down a little bit as the game's gone on, which is typical.
Pretty standard.
Face off, picked up. Handed over. That one falls off into the corner, trying to catch up to it. Quick stick. Purple going to pull that out from the other side. Mood looking to turn on the Jets. Lots of pressure on him into the corner. He'll cut back and get it back to the D-man. Nice pass across. Opens up for a low shot. Tipped away, and it's off Mood and in. And he'll stand in the right spot at the right time. And you don't often see him celebrate a goal like that. But I guess, you know, when it's a wacky one like that, to bring yourself within one, you're going to give it a celly.
Yeah, I mean, right spot, right time. He kind of led the rush there and created the space. And the beauty part for his teammates when he's out there is they're kind of keying in on him. So 3 bodies towards Mood, which obviously is going to leave some people open. So he draws a lot of attention to himself to open up some space for his teammates, and that's part of the process as well.
Yeah, he entered into the zone there nicely. And like you said, as soon as he kind of went down into that left side corner, a lot of bodies, he got it back to 1D, over to the other, went right to the front of the net, and funny enough, it's off his skate and in the back of the net.
Yeah, the puck seems to find the goal scorers, does it not?
It does. Goal scoring ability, not something you can really teach, but if you've got it, you got to stick at it and keep trying to score goals and never lose that scoring touch. We've seen lots of successful players do well in the U18 league and beyond because of their goal scoring ability.
Certainly helps the game. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to score more goals than the other team, but if you can't keep them out of your own net, then it's no good either. So,
low shot there. Picked up here by Felix McDonald. He'll cut back around. Teal pushed and sent down the left side. Carroll getting some pressure there by Jackson McDonald, who's playing him tough down there along the boards. Fished out by Taylor. On to the left side. Cut off as they look for a stick lift. They'll get it through. Into the zone, 2-on-1. Steps up shot, snipes one down. As easy shooting for Parker Douglas. Had the goalie pulled across, and that'll be 3-3 just like that before the end of the first.
I mean, just a pretty quick release there from Douglas. He just continues to impress here. Good speed to get in behind the D, and you know, he gets in behind those defenders with that kind of speed. He's pretty dangerous, and a little bit of a tougher shot than people may give credit for. There's the right-handed shot going down the off wing, going all the way across far blocker side. So that's a snipe in my book. And guess what? We're back to square one, Jeff, wouldn't you know it?
Yeah. If we were playing a winter game, I would say play like it's 0-0, but I feel like these guys are going to play like it's 3-3. It's kind of opened up a little bit for them, and they're going to look for some chances, and Purple seems to kind of have the momentum right now after Teal had it for most of the beginning of the game.
It's crazy how much the momentum has flip-flopped throughout the course of these games, even in the U15 division. Just a couple goals one way, and boom, they're back into it. And it does. It brings some life into your legs. I know just from playing over the course of the years, even beer league Sunday nights, every now and then you get a little jolt from a goal. So it's pretty standard all the way through, and it's good to see them running with it.
Yep, 3-3 with 3:22 to go, so we'll see how the end of this first plays out. From the end boards, it's played across. Picked up by Greeno and handed that across, and now it's a 2-on-1 here. Foreman quickly into the zone, passed off, shot, and what a save there as it heads into the glove. And that somehow stayed out. 2-on-1 stop thanks to our goaltender back there, Rylan Landry.
Yep, the Cape Breton West product with a fantastic save there, as you got a pretty good look at it in your screen, but he gets bowled over in the meantime. But you know what, folks, every now and then the goaltender has to take a hit to make a play. So Landry does that there, and he keeps this thing deadlocked at 3. Best save of the day so far.
Absolutely. Easily. Played over on the left side. That'll get the bench pumped up, and Purple, who has the momentum, going to gain a little bit more. Risky pass in front of their own net there, but it works out as they head up the left side. Stopped up. Kicked out of the zone. That one's down the right side and into the right left side corner. Back to the blue line. Gonna try to work that down. 2:25 to go. Sent back in front, try to move that up ahead, and it's in off the stick. Here comes Kopech. Kopech in over the blue line. Shot there from the end boards. It's stopped up there by Braxton Robertson. 2 minutes to go, ran into the end wall. Jack McDougall gets that around, picked up there by West. Sorry, that was actually Blair Whitmore, number 9. Played into the end boards again. Fished out, trying to center and won't get through. Now leading pass by Spencer Anderson, back in through the middle, shot to the glove, and bit of a weak whistle there as no one close. Ref still blows it as he's letting it go, but we'll get a whistle. 1:33 to go, 93 seconds.
And one of those reaction plays.
Face off here to the right. And trying to get that through. A quick shot and into the glove. Under 90 seconds. It'll head to the right side. We'll try again. Up ahead. Try to get that through the feet, and it's spinning and shaking. Nice play there as it actually gets through there. And up ahead, trying to jam at it once, but guys are spinning and weaving there in the middle, and nice job to actually create a chance out of it. Sent in low. Into the corner there, they'll battle for it. Plays back around the end boards. From the left side now. Played in there for Sampson. Sampson. Up the wall with it. Slowed down. Forsyth. He turns it over to Calvert. Calvert into the zone here on the left side. He'll step in with a shot and shoots it high. Had a eye for the top left. 40 seconds to go now, and it's brought in over the line. We'll have a whistle.
Yeah, you could see the lane there from our vantage point that Calvert was looking at as he walked in. He had it, and it looked like the goaltender was baiting him a little bit, but just a little bit too high there trying to go up top.
That one won back cleanly by Jackson McDonald. Sent down by Alex McDonald. 30 seconds to go. Teal looking to retake the lead that they've had a couple times here tonight so far. Mood up the right side. Jackson Mood from the corner. He'll hold on to it all the way around. Plays that through the middle. No one home as it'll split everyone. 12 seconds now. Oh, nice footwork there, and man down. Is head over heels there and played off in front, trying to get the backhand. And that'll take us to the end of the period. So 3-3 at the end of one. We'll be back in about 10 minutes here for the second.
on.
All right, everybody, we are back. More action here, period number 2 of the under 14s here. As a couple quick stick lifts and pushed back, and 20 minutes on the clock. Right back into it here. And let's set it up here as Purple Teal tied 3-3. Wide open game. That one's sent down the right side. Forsyth works around the boards. Picked up here by Douglas. Douglas trying to work it in. Chance. Knocked back over. Doesn't get very far until it's onto the stick, and cut back play here. Sergeant Greenwood. Smooth skating defender. Hands that off. Grab now by Camus. Camus with a pass. It goes through the legs of Sears, but up enough and into the zone. No ice.
Love that call from the officials. Let's get things boogieing here. The pace of play has been pretty good, so let's leave it open.
Picked up and moved in behind. Bryce Carroll getting worked off into the boards there, and Jack McDougall trying to get that up into the feet. Little sandwich there, but Teal comes out with it outside the zone. Grabbed here by Greeno. Greeno down the right side and in behind. It'll be a hustle play from the corner there by Forsyth, and whistle goes. Is that a long? Okay, so a light offside or a long offside way down there in the corner, and we'll have a whistle here in the neutral zone.
So basically what they do there is they yell, they enter the zone, they scream offside as much as they can, and then if they don't hear it, then they'll just blow the whistle down. Send the face-off back down to their defensive blue line. So pretty simple process. Sometimes you can't hear. You can be in there as an official. Sometimes I'm in the zone yelling right at them, and they're just so locked into what they're doing that you don't even hear it. So
definitely. It's kind of like if like a whistle goes off in the crowd and they're so locked in on the noise of a whistle, it'll throw them off.
Yeah, they just all freeze on the ice. It's always a tough one to watch.
Yeah.
It's usually a little sibling screeching or something, and it just echoes through the rink, but
face off will be down here to the left. Played into the middle and back in behind. Purple hard on it. Moved off to the middle, swept on with the feet, and will be covered up there on the left side. 18:24 to go here in the second, and we'll get a whistle.
So it looks like Landon Wilson in for Teal. And down in the other goal, someone whose name we've said quite a bit, Wyatt Esbaugh, the Chebucto Atlantic's goaltender there. So he makes his way into the game here now.
Back in front. That one's played down. Try to stay with it. And a stick up on the arm there of Kaiser, and it didn't look like it felt very good, and it's sent into the mesh. You could kind of see him a little labored as Conlon's stick got him and pushing on, but allowed Purple to move in off that one.
Yeah, there's a few spots on the old body down there that don't get covered the greatest, and we're not going to go over them because I think we're all aware, but every now and then you get a piece of that graphite and it stings out there in the cold.
Definitely, and that stick definitely came up with a little bit of force, got him on the inside of the arm, and try to shake it off and move it along as we get another whistle here at the high performance camp. So officially day number 2
for games.
We've been here for 3 days.
And the players have been here for 4, so there you go.
There you go. So we're a little bit into this thing this week. Remember, it's the U16s. It's 1 game a day during the nights, and then we're going to be heading into the females for next weekend, and I think there'll be some combination of me and dudes for a few of the days there later in the week, but that's kind of the stage as we continue on through this high performance camp. Eat, work out, play hockey is basically what they're doing down there. Team bonding, I suppose, thrown in as well.
The odd classroom session, nutrition, game footage, all that kind of jazz, respect in the game, and I do remember spending a lot of time in the classroom. Maybe not a lot of time, but at least once a day for the most part. You kind of go over things and you look back at the week, and I know at the very end, I do remember this specifically from my time here. The very end, they played a montage of pictures from the week that the people have snapped with a nice song. I think it was Creed, My Sacrifice, if I remember correctly, and it really does hit you when it comes crashing down at the end. It's a cool memory, it's a cool experience, and it goes by rather quickly, I think, for everybody involved.
And we kind of got to see the new guys come in today, the U16s, and they were ready to go. They got the orientation and set the stage for the next portion of the week. That one's down along the right side. Some active sticks as it comes back in front. Grabbed here in over the blue line. Now picked up, handed off. Grabbed by Alex McDonald. Cut off in the middle there by Cannon. Into the zone. Handed off. Cormier. Big number 2 has made some good plays so far this weekend. That one steers up ahead. The two McDonalds head down and behind. Slowed up. Cash West played over to the corner. Back in behind. Connor Grace picks it up. Grace plays that around and picked up with a low shot, still steering in front, and Cash West again. Oh, ran into the board, stays up. One-on-one down there in the corner. West scooping it up around into the right side corner this time around, and some pressure continues in through the legs. Picked up on the other side there by Grace. Grace cut off though. Up ahead. From the end boards, slowed down here, Cormier. Cormier. Lead pass to the middle over the blue line. Played off to the end board, some pressure, but McMullen still moving with it. McMullen up the left side. He'll stop up. Played off to the middle. Eyes wide open, focused in there as Kendall picks it up on the other end. Kendall going at it hard there with Sergeant Greenwood. Some help coming in, 2-on-2, they'll battle. Over from the left side. Trying to get that one free, a little chopping away there. Now it gets sent up ahead and a lead pass. It's jumping around, trying to catch up to it. Goaltender able to steer it aside. Snow shower, but they'll chase after it into the right side. Back from the line. Sent down by Sergeant Greenwood into the end boards. Little chip there by Burke. Burke trying to play there in the defensive end. It's picked up the other way. Anderson. Spencer Anderson hands off there to Kendall. Kendall puts it around, dump and chase his own puck. Reese Sim coming in to separate man from puck. Over to the left side. Some pressure continuing. Hit off there on the boards. Low shot bouncing around in front. Falls off to the right side corner. One-on-one. Kendall going at it there with Sim. Now some other players come in to help. Teal looking to move it. Makes one cut around. Here comes Camus. Camus in over the blue line. Camus from the right side. Steps in and a beautiful goal. Top right there to finish off that play.
Yeah, snuck that one up top. Good shot there. Good individual effort. And coast to coast, as they say, puts it upstairs.
He's had a couple rushes like that, and that one finds the back of the net.
He's going to be a good player, I think, coming in. Not sure where he's going to end up playing here in the U15 if he does, but I'm pretty sure he played for the Red Wings last year in U13 AAA, if I'm not mistaken. So not really sure of the situation on that, but keep you updated as we go.
Yeah, we can't speak to any of those big decisions, but we can tell you that next year, hopefully they'll be on the High Button streams wherever anyone is from this group. Remember, you can reach out to us at jeffhighbutton@gmail.com if you're interested in streaming for the season. Obviously, the entire U18 league will be covered. The U15 and the U16 still remains to be seen with the different teams for next year on High Button. In there along the end boards. Picked up from the corner. Whitmore back in behind here. Played across by Greeno. Greeno gets that to McKay. McKay shoots that in the left side and chased after here by West. West into the feet. He kind of gets caught up there. Little pressure, trying to spin around. Kopech, shot there from the right side. Save made, looking for Stickless. Left side, shot off the post, and Teal almost had a nice one there off the turnover. A low shot there, kicked aside, loose in front, and they'll poke it home. And buried by Cohen Little, who continues to score. And that'll be another goal in the back of the net. Purple going to be chasing.
Yeah, down 2 goals again, but we've seen them here a few times already today even. And you know, they're not going anywhere just yet. At the end, like we say before, wins and losses aside, you want to see how these players react, down goals, up goals. pressured situations, even a little overtime as we got yesterday. Or was that today?
That was today.
That was this morning. Okay, there you go. But regardless of when and where, it's nice to see these players in all kinds of different situations for sure.
Absolutely. Down the left side here, it's slowed up. Some pressure near the blue line. Toe drag, trying to move it out. All caught up in the feet, now handed off to the left side. And back over the red line, now the blue line. Sent into the end boards, man down as Braxton Robertson pushes it in around. Looking for the stretch now, bounces off the stick into the right side corner. Fires around the boards. Slowed down by Geyser. Geyser over there to Wakeham. Wakeham cut off of it. Purple down the right side, trying to play that one out in front. Mood holding. Mood passes it off. It bounces off the stick as they couldn't hold it in. Trying to stay in the zone. Down and behind. Mood picks it up. Mood plays the body and tries to box out and get some help there, as it could have been dangerous heading into his own end. The pressure coming from Geyser. And you know, about 80-90% of the league, he could probably pull that move off on heading back into his own end, but we're here technically basically at an all-star game, so Geyser on top of it. Back in behind. That one rolls off the stick and will slow down near the hash marks. Now grabbed in there, some pressure as Carroll steps in on it. Over to Mood. Mood still with it, top of the ringette line. Shot goes wide. That one bounces over. Picked up by Geyser. It's long extended shifts here for both lines as Mood slow to get on, and maybe that's some of the fatigue at the end of the shift, dudes.
Yeah, I think just a little bit of a crossing of the wires there, not for aggression purposes, but just kind of got mixed up at the blue line there. And when you're a player that's looking to head north all the time, you know, you don't really look as much east and west as you normally would. He's looking to get down there and get a goal because he can turn this game on his head. We saw that this morning here as he pretty much put the team on the back there for the last couple minutes and got them back into overtime territory.
From the back end, that one's played up the wall and grabbed by Jackson McDonald, and he gets the pass across there for Felix McDonald. Felix slows up, pass there in front, and just slides by as Jackson looking for another goal here this weekend. Grabbed up the wall. That one rolls in front, some pressure. Handed off to the left side, leading pass there. Jackson in over the line. Toe drag, stops up again and chipped up the right side boards. Hustle back play here. Cormier to Felix McDonald. Felix picks it up on the other side. Felix still with it, backhand, whirling around in front, and it'll be into the back of the net. And a goal scored, and this line continues to buzz, and that'll be 6-3 for Teal.
Espa not happy there. His defender slid into him as the puck was laying there on the goal line, and just an unfortunate collision there in the crease that found the back of the net. But to your point, Jeff, that line continuing to fly out there, and that all started on a good defensive play back in their own zone by Cormier. He just turned, fired it for a quick up, and all of a sudden they were back inside the offensive zone.
And just like that, they're back at it off the left side. That one falls into the end boards. Picked up by Grace. Grace over to the left and now up ahead. Sampson gets cut off here. Down near the blue line. It's picked up on the other side. Grabbed by Sim. Reese Sim. Off in front. Into the feet. Oh, and a nice stick there by Sears. I mean, pick your moment there, dudes, I guess, eh?
Yeah, the old sneak attack from behind, but tough part for Purple there as they were heading off, and he actually saved them an offside call there by stripping them of the puck. They were caught inside the zone, getting ready for a change, and that was a weird one.
That one rolls up the stick there. Sergeant Greenwood, who hands it off to Sears. Sears enters the zone and shoots it down low. From the left side. Back on the blue line, tipped in behind, and it'll head off into the corner. Chased after, a little pressure. Trying to come out with that. Burke, back to the blue line, into the feet, scooped up Burke. Burke looking for a lane on the left side. He'll shoot, it gets blocked. Picked up now by by Dando. Dando moving that ahead. Slows up. Backhand up through the middle. That one's cut off, and now blockered into the side wall. Fished off down low, picked up by Sim. Stepping up for that puck, fires off into the right side corner. Hustling after it. Grabbed by Sergeant Greenwood and handed off. Teal back the other way now, down the left side. Back in behind. Slows up to the blue line, rolls up the shaft of the stick, handed off here to Greeno. Greeno fires it back in behind. That one's chased after to the left side. Backhand into the corner again. As Kopech goes in there now in front, shot, save made, and another chance, another whack at it, and Espa stays on top of it, and it'll head off into the half wall, trying to get that from the hash marks. Back there to Greeno. Greeno with the pass to the left side, shot steered in behind. Teal plays that back in. Cohen Little passed that out in front. Back to the middle, scooped up by McDougall. McDougall hands that off, grabbed by Kendall, and it's sent into the end boards. Getting over the red line easily on that one. Sent up ahead, picked up on the pickup there by Ferguson. Ferguson, it's going to exit the zone. Greeno gets pressured, but gets the pass just off there to Bentley McKay. Down the left side, and that one offside, 7:41 to go in the second.
Great call by the official there. A little bit of a screen play over at the blue line, but she was able to stay dialed in and make the right call there on the blue line. So an offside call here. Like you said, 7:41, pretty good period so far. Few goals already in this one and back and forth action all around.
Picked up down here in front. That one's sent on for Peoples. Peoples gets cut off of it. Into the feet, up the left side. That one bounces over some sticks and will be hustled after. Grab now, Surrett. Gavin Surrett gets the pass off and bounces over a stick. Handed over to Forsyth. Forsyth back in behind. From the left side corner, Purple. Pushed up ahead, stopped now. Moved over to Calvert. Calvert over the blue line. Calvert from the left side, stops up, fans on it, stick goes flying as it rolls out of the hands of looks to be Forsyth, and now shot across. Calvert picks up, left side, pulls back around, sent in behind, that off the end boards and over here to Peoples. Peoples looks to keep it in, and a good flow here to this game right now. Douglas looks to move it up ahead. Picked up, sent down, the old dump and chase is a lot of the Purple going to head off as Teal now has a beat with it, plays it up the right side, picked up now by Geyser. Geyser over the red line himself, he'll hold on to it. Geyser through the right side, toe dragging around, stopped up. That to the left side corner. Along the boards, kept in and near the hash marks. It'll be scooped up there by West. West holding, gets that pass across. Grabbed down here in front by Conlon. Conlon got that in, Mood healthy over the zone. Shot into the corner as it goes off the blocker. Now looking to go for a skate here is big Cormier. Cormier overskates the puck though, and he'll have to slow down. In over the blue line himself, he'll take it to the left side. Back and around. That's going to be picked up on the end boards by Taylor. Taylor in behind. Taylor got that over to McDonald. Felix McDonald then handed off from the left. Low in the zone there. Captain Purple's going to pick up on that. Purple from their own zone now with it. Bryce Carroll. Number 2 hands it up the right side. Mood catches up to it in the open area. Mood in behind as he'll walk the end boards and try to get some help there. Still comes out with it. Mood stepping in, looking for a shot. He'll take the extra moment. Finds a lane on the right side. Nice toe drag around. Tries to play it off in front. Catches up to that puck on the right side. Nice hard pass through. Going to be tough to settle it down, but just enough by Carroll. Pass to the left side. Carroll stays with it, but some pressure here on the left, and Teal might have a lane. And they got Jackson McDonald with Felix McDonald, the two guys who have clicked probably the best so far this weekend from this U14 group. Some pressure down there on the right side. Trying to pass it out in front, rolling around, and it's slowed. Grabbed, lead pass, grabbed here by Conlon. Conlon in over the blue line. Conlon holds on. Conlon passes off, and it rolls off the stick. Teal now with it. The lead pass into the feet. Trying to get too many men. Jackson Robertson gonna get a little whack at that, and it'll stay alive on the left side. Some pressure coming there. Still on top of it though. Purple into the zone, down the right side. Played off into the end boards, and a good hard hit, but still with it is Sampson. Sampson back to the blue line. Sampson picks it up on the right side, and it'll head in behind. Sergeant Greenwood gets it to Felix McDonald. Felix slows up. Down near our camera there, a little pressure as Teal gets it back in behind. Jackson McDonald, down the right side. Jackson shoots, scooped up, and that'll be the whistle, dudes. And holy, I'll let you talk for a sec here.
Yeah, what a sequence there, just back and forth action for the last, 6 minutes here. And, like we say all the time here on the stream, the skill level on here is ridiculous, and the goaltenders are moving the puck and allowing things to continue on. The officials same way, so real good flow here at the end of this second period.
3:27 to go here in the second. From the end boards, it's Chase Dofter, Camus. Camus there on the left side. Camus gets pressured and gets back to the blue line. Teal shoots, and that one's sent in and will be covered up.
Yeah, this line here of Sears, Burke, and Camus has really been buzzing right along here. And you talked about guys clicking. This line here has spent a lot of their shifts in the offensive zone, and if all three of these guys somehow make the team at the same time, might be a good option for a line combination. So I'm sure that's something they're looking at as well. You look at a guy like Chris Kunitz back in the day, able to play with Sid. So anybody who can play with some of the top players usually gets a second look.
Definitely gets the nod for sure. And you really can find those type of players that play around. Obviously, Zach Hyman for McDavid, the best winger he's ever had. Took almost, 7 years before they found his perfect winger. You say Kunitz with Crosby.
Yep.
There's lots of combinations you could find, and it's really no different at this level if you're trying to build a team that can win the Canada Games. That one back in behind. A little pressure there as they go one-on-one there on the end boards. 2:45 to go in the second. The interesting thing is these kids can't be thinking about the Canada Games really right now. They just got to play their game. Some of the guys who are pretty much locks, you'd kind of think, well, it might be on their mind if I just get a couple goals, play my game, I'm on the team. But I don't feel like they're playing like that. I think they're just going out playing hockey, and whatever happens, happens.
Well, it's a good start there to make the U14 team. It just happens that it's the same age group for Canada Games. So, you might be able to make one team and get snipped from the other one. You just never know.
That one sent in through the 5-hole, and a nice goal there as it sneaks in behind. Trip Greeno gets the marker with 2:11 to go, and the second period rolling pretty well, but our first goal in a while coming there.
Yeah, tough bounce for the goaltender there, but Greeno, good job to recognize when to jump into the play there with a few goal lead, and recognition of jumping up and realizing the situation is a tough thing to do sometimes, but Greeno showed us a little bit of the reason why he's in the position that he's in right now as he jumped into that play relatively nicely.
Quick shot in there, and it'll be scooped up off the glove with 2:05 to go. Face off. Going to be here to the right. Down here on the right side corner, looking to pick it up. Under 2 to go.
Nice strip.
Dougal works it in just onside. Teal trying to come back around with that one. Under 90, so about 95 seconds now. 7-3 the score. So the score not exactly close, but it's been a good period, and curious to see how the third plays out here as we inch closer. That one played up ahead. Nice 2-on-1 here, just onside. Lead pass chance and a diving play to save that one was McMillan, and played pretty much to perfection, but another chance in, save made. Don't want to give up anything before the end of the period here, anything more, as it heads up the right side. Chased after by Wakeham. Wakeham. Lead pass off the backhand. Intercepted now here in front. In from the left side. Moving and shaking and steered in behind. Rolls up the stick there as they'll play into the right side end boards, and now flicked out. Whitmore looking for a stretch. Gets it to the right side. As Parker Douglas looked to go around, but it's sent in through the left, hustled after, and that will go for an icing. 24.2 to go here in the second.
Yeah, a couple strings of stretch passes there for the last minute or so, and getting caught with those changes now with the opposite change, and guys getting in behind the defense, looking for those stretch passes here, and Purple might be looking at something like that, but it's tough, right? You don't want to start cheating the zone if you're still being evaluated here. It's one thing to try and claw back in the game. It's the other, another whole completely different ball game to be playing the proper position. But nothing wrong with sending that weak side winger outside the zone, especially if you pick something up on the fly. You can always make adjustments as you go.
Picked up here, right side. That one bounces off the glove, and with 12.9 to go, closing in on the end of this second period.
Going to be a penalty here, though.
Oh, we haven't seen too many of them.
Looks like a hooking call. The ref had his arm up. When Calvert's such a nice guy, maybe he talked him out of it. But it looks like it is going to be Lakua Calvert. Just got his stick in the hand area there as they were trying to get a shot off, and Purple player just trying to get free from it. And pretty big scene there for the ref to be picking up on, and you don't have to be looking straight at it to find that one as they got tangled up. And you know that motion that they make where the stick's up under their arms and they're trying to get untangled?
Yeah.
Well, it was a pretty easy penalty to call here in this one.
That one a nice little tip. We haven't seen too many tips as it rolls into the left side. Maybe one last chance here, fanned on, and that'll kill the play there and bring us to the end of the second. And that will be 7-3. So thank you for tuning in, everyone. We'll be back for the third here in a moment.
One.
All right, everybody, back here for third period action, our final game here for the U14s here today, as we'll keeping on through this one as I grab my rosters and we get reset for our third period of action. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for all the games. We appreciate the support. Consistent numbers so far as Mood goes down and offside. He'll get back up. Picked up and fired down the zone. But thanks for everyone for tuning in. Like I said, we appreciate all the support, and you know, me and Dudes wouldn't be here without you guys, neither would Justin. So thanks everyone at home, and with our final third period, we'll get into it. Remember, the U15's on after this. We'll get into the U16s tomorrow. And until then, here we go. That one picked up on the left side as Peoples working it around. Peoples tries to jam that on, but it'll be covered up.
One thing they're going to have to be aware of out there, Jeff, is that wet corner down there. You've seen a couple defensemen already try and loop around the net for looking for an option, and the puck just stays and they keep going. So something we see quite often just in front of the Zamboni doors there, and it's the same for both teams, but it usually takes a sec for it to freeze.
Yes, that's a good point, and those are the little things that people don't really fully realize until you play a lot of games of hockey. And as you said, that wet spot, especially to start. I've seen games being paused, I think, at East Hants this year, right? Were we with together for that one where ice is too wet, they say, so we got to wait an extra 5 minutes or something?
Oh, people always look at me like I'm insane when I say, hey, let's let the ice dry. And they're what do you mean? I'm like, well, when you get out there and the water's stopping your rush, as a great defender out there, then it's probably time to just give it a sec, right? Because we all get so antsy to get back on the ice. As soon as those Zamboni doors shut, it's go time, right? That's kind of been that old unsung or unwritten Canadian rule of stay off until those doors shut, and even if the ice isn't ready yet, they just don't seem to care. And if they don't, that's great too. It's just something I've noticed over time here.
Definitely, and like I said, I hadn't seen until this year an actual period be delayed due to the ice being too wet, but we did see it a few times, I believe, out in East Hants. So 15 seconds to go here on the power play for Team Teal. Got two new netminders in here. Chase Grandy taking on Tatum Innies, and we'll be going at it for our final period here today.
Yeah, these goalies have been matched up all the way through here as they've been on that rotation, like we said. So getting the matchups against one another and just trying to outdo the man at the other end.
It's a goalie duel as that one's chipped in behind and buried, and showing signs of life here early is Team Purple. And that one off the end of the stick there, Spencer Anderson, he gets one through.
Yeah, goaltender just out maybe a bit far there, trying to cut down that angle, and the puck just gets poked in behind there. Not much you can do to retreat back. So, like you said, a little bit of life here for Purple. But, I mean, listen, we've done a few other games here in the last 24 or 48 hours, and this Purple squad's not going anywhere just yet. Lots of good character on that bench over there.
And I'm sure you loyal fans at home watching know what we're talking about. You've seen the same games we have, and 7-4, this game's far from over. But third period is happening. That one played in from the boards down the left side, bounces off his shin pad, and Sears with a lead pass, grabbed here by Maddox Burke. Burke on the right side, he'll try to pass it off, and it's slowed down, and having trouble getting something started there, Burke.
Great example there of a lead pass. Sears up to the right side for Burke there. You know, you want to pass the puck hard, but in that situation, players on the backhand, he's got open ice. Just lead him to it. Get it out in front of him a little bit. Let him skate into it. No need for it to be, 250 miles an hour, as much as the coaches like to see hard passes. It's, once again, just the small, finer details of the game there, and a great job on the breakout.
And a chance created off of that lead pass, so clearly the right choice. Up ahead, into the left side. Carroll passed out in front. It's slowed up. Moved back towards the middle, shot off the blocker, and now a whistle for the net going off, and we haven't seen too much of that, barely at all, actually. That might have only been the second time that's happened, but we do get the whistle there.
Good pegs here in Antigonish, and just want to touch on Bryce Carroll there right quick. He's got the Cole Harbour gear on down there. I'm assuming, of course, that he would be a Rage prospect out there, maybe getting a little used to the color purple out there, and not sure what happens with the kids out of Pee Wee, not even sure if they're in their natural zones, but one would assume, based on the regions, that could be the case.
That one picked up there on the left side, and moving to the middle, trying to deke out. Felix McDonald shoots it in behind.
It's tough to hit that fella.
From the end boards, it's worked up the left side and slowed down by Wakeham. Shot bounces off a skate and worked in front. Purple looking to clear out. Grabbing it and trying to find numbers. Parker Douglas played a pretty good game here so far, has made some things happen, but it gets through, and a nice job bringing it onside. Toe drag around, passed off, and couldn't be there from Jack Taylor to Jackson McDonald. Is just a little too much on it, and Purple will get it the other way.
Yeah, that's a great play there. I love the unselfishness of that, but when you get yourself into the scoring zone like that, let's rip the puck here a little bit.
Back and behind. Gets played up the wall, try to mock it through as Braxton Robertson gets it over, and now back in behind. Jackson Mood chases after it. Mood played off into the end boards. Mood still with it. Back to the line, but I don't think he saw the on-rushing Ferguson as big Tommy Ferguson got a stick on it and got her down.
Sneak attack again there from behind, but good play by Mood to carry that puck in behind and kind of drag the eyes in behind the net area to open things up out front, but just got sneak attacked.
Down the right side, bounces off a skate. Moved up in front as Cormier gets it across. Back down the left side. Braxton Robertson. Braxton slows up. Tries to go up the boards with it, and it'll be sent back in behind. Slowed down on the stick of Grandy.
Good job there. Small thing that goes a long way.
Hand it off and pushed through the middle. Gonna be caught up to by Alex McDonald. He gets an arm on arm there and try to run through there. Nice hit there laid by Kopech on Braxton. In from the corner, steps up Teal, and it's blockered over. Braxton Robertson up the wall with it, picked up, looking for the lead pass, kicked into the middle, handed off down in front, up the left side, that one gets in behind. Grabbed, slowed down, Cash West lead pass to the left side, now another lead pass, up ahead, ran off into the boards in a big collision, but it's freed up from the back end, and Reese Sim gets laid out there by Miller Cannon.
Two things there. Great job to take that hit and absorb. And the second thing was a great angle job. Forced Sim to run out of space there and pretty much just angled him into a hit, no problem.
Yeah, if you know your angles down there, you can definitely find your licks a little easier. It's kind of funny to think about. I know you're not too much of a math guy, dudes, but at the end of the day, that's about some pretty accurate math coming into things. Like you said, angle off, hit. Hey, if you're going this direction, you're going to hit me eventually.
It's about the only math I do understand is the angles, and you know what, you can kind of control traffic. I know they used to use little terms like traffic controller back in the day, and if you're doing your angles correctly, you can pretty much, you know, it starts with leading with your stick. You take away that passing lane, you force that defender or the puck carrier to try and make a decision that he didn't normally want to make, and yeah, it goes a long way with your angles there. You can really take away time and space pretty quickly.
From the backside corner as Teal looks to move it out. Picked up by Purple and down the left side over the red line, now the blue line. Purple cut off of it again. I think one more goal here would really get them within striking distance, but they're going to have to try to earn it with 13:31 to go here in the third. Through the feet. Calvert spins around. Calvert tries to get it to the middle. It's tipped off. Up the left side, chased after. Calvert on it. Tries to lay the hit.
Hit first. It's not often you see him lead with the hit. He likes to have the puck, but another tool in the old tool belt, as you like to say.
Yes, sir. And there's Calvert there trying to bring it in. They do bring it in just onside as it wraps in behind. Purple caught up to it. Down there in the corner, Geyser avoids the check. Nice little toe drag in there, but loses it. You really don't have too much time to work down there as it's picked up. Looking for another shot. Goes wide off the end of the stick there. Peoples spinning back around. That one's in front and trying to go up the left side wall. Peoples now with it. From the back end. Will be picked up and moved to the zone. Little handoff into the feet. Slowed up, entering down the right side. And Garino able to get that in around. We'll chop at that as it moves up ahead. Circle back play.
Great job to use the net as protection there.
Moved up the wall, looking for it. Poked into the right side. Into the zone, slowed again, falls to the corner. Grabbed. Leo Harpel. Harpel tries to go up the wall, slowed up near the blue line. Back in around the left, and a layout hit there as got on top of it and pushes it down there as Wakeham. Spinning from the backside here. Camus looking to find an angle. Kept in the zone. Purple need a little something here to bounce their way. Grabbed him behind.
Good job to get a stick on that. That's got to be a tape-to-tape pass from 6 feet away.
Passed over in your center. Cut off of it. Down into the zone. Still into the feet. Trying to get that up ahead. Cut to the middle. Stops up. Looking for a lead pass. Grabbed. Sears. Sears, look at that eye contact there, dude. He's not even worried about the puck there. Was Forsyth just locks eyes on Sears and takes the body.
Yeah, it was a great defensive play, and that's gap control. It's, just keeping the puck carrier in front of you there. And they teach you right from a young age not to watch the puck. A couple times you get caught puck gazing, as they call it, and you get beat. But like you said, eye contact is enough to kind of steer the forechecker away from you. We are going to have a penalty here. Looks like Maddox Burke tripping, says the official. He's going to give a couple words, it looks like, but last time I seen a kid happy over a penalty, it didn't happen.
Couldn't even think of one example.
Nope. Tried to go back in the old memory bank from my own personal days, but I think if there's anybody on here that's listening that knows me knows that would have been a lie, so don't want to get caught up.
The slash to the back of the leg, you weren't happy with that one back in Pee Wee?
Well, you got away with it because of those single official, right? It was a different game as well. That was part of it. There was the game within the game type deal. And, as a smaller player myself back in those days, you kind of had to find a little bit of a way to separate yourself or at least make your name known, whether for the wrong reasons or not. You're still getting in there and getting your name out.
We had a fantastic player on the podcast earlier, Landon Sim, and I think he can kind of relate to you. He talked a bit kind of about falling into that role and what it's meant to him to advance his hockey career. So, like I said earlier, if you're interested in that, head over High Button Podcast and give that one a listen. You're not going to want to miss it.
Yeah, I mean, he probably modeled his game after watching me those years, but all jokes aside here, he's a great player. And, and sometimes to be hated, I guess, would be a strong term, but disliked heavily out there is almost fuel to your fire if that's something that you enjoy and if you can use it to your advantage like he does. Basically all you have to do is show your face out there to get another team off their game, and that's a pretty good skill set there.
Yeah, and if you can handle it and you like being the villain, then you're going to find a role on a lot of hockey teams.
Yeah, most certainly, especially as you climb the ranks there. There's always, they're usually the best team guys too, if I'm being honest there. It's the guys like that the players love to have on their team, but they hate to play against. I think of guys like Brad Marchand and, just other of the pests
Evander Kane
in the league. Evander Kane, yep.
Yeah, it's certainly an interesting little part of the sport, and I think everyone at home and any hockey fans kind of appreciate it in some sort of aspect.
Yeah, when it's on your team, you love it, right? You hear the parents' rumblings all the time over the years, and as soon as it flips to your side, all of a sudden they're big fans of how you play. So
yeah,
you got to love it, though. That's part of the game, and, finding a role for yourself is part of it as well.
You don't have to like it. You just have to, I guess, understand/respect it.
That's it.
So that one worked in. 8:47 to go. 7-4 the score here as that penalty ends, and we'll continue on here. Greeno into the zone. Greeno tries to get that through the legs. It's into the right side corner. Back and around for Asher Sampson. Turned over there. Cut back to the middle. Fanned on near the ring-out line. Spinning out of it. Stopping up in a big slap shot, dudes, and it comes free to the right.
I really did think he was going to fake that slap shot and slide it back door. If I'm the goaltender there, I'm probably cheating across, but looks like he hit his own teammate down there as Number 14, Cohen Geyser, a little bit shaken up there, but back under his own power, and that's what you like to see. Don't want him to be hurt.
Geyser, a real solid player out there. He's had a couple shifts where he's set the momentum and, been the best player on the ice for that shift. So hopefully he's able to shake that one off, and we'll keep an eye. Down low.
Probably just a stinger, those ones you just want to make sure it's cold out there too, right? You want to make sure that when everything comes back for your feeling that it's all good. Oh boy.
And into the end boards there. Penalty coming, but player seems to be okay as it's touched up here in front.
Yeah, as Calvert, most sportsmanlike player this year at the 2024 U13 AAA Provincials, and not really in his playbook to pull off that hit, but as soon as they called it, he looked skyward. He knew that it was a mistake. He got the numbers, didn't have time to ease up, and he'll be penalized that for any league, any age group, at any time. So he'll shake that off, and he'll be back buzzing out there in no time here. And, you look at a guy like him, and you think, probably his first, second, maybe third penalty of the year, so you kind of let that one slide.
Well, second penalty of the game, actually, there, Duder.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, certainly is something, and, you just don't really see that from the guys. But, you're just into the hitting, like you said, and that one there, penalty in any league. So, penalty here, and 7:22 to go here in the third in our 7-4 game. That one's chopped out. There'll be no ice. Slowed down, picked up here by Grace. Grace from the back end. Grace gonna bob and weave into the zone. He gets there, then slows down.
Great press.
Rolled off the stick. Trying to spin that one around, and a big shot. Is that one bouncing and had the eyes, but it'll fall outside.
Yeah, it was an anxious moment down there in the crease, was it not?
Absolutely, as it gets played over to the right side. Trying to steer ahead in over the blue line from the right side corner. Back in and on rushing. Fanned a little too much zest behind that. That skate is really coming in hot. Trying to just fire at home was Dando.
Dando, another Cole Harbour native, and what a saucer pass that was cross ice. Now a toe drag. Quite the sequence. The only way that would have been sweeter is if they found the back of the net. So real good saucer pass here. A very tough skill to master.
Picked up and in near the red line. Chopped off the stick. Trying to play that through. It'll jump in around and be pushed off to the middle. Parker Douglas and offside, and a bit of a lazy offside there by number 13, Trig Chalk.
Yeah, just kind of banking on him going in over the line like that, and that's one of those ones where you got to, drag the leg or stop up. I know it sucks to lose your momentum getting in over the line, but it's for the sake of the team. And we've seen a few offsides, and like even 3-4 games into this, you're still getting used to those players, and it looks like Geyser's going to head down and just get looked at there as he's off with the trainer. He's up under his own power there, and he's walking down. So we'll keep you updated as we find out, but all we can do is hope for the best down there for Geyser.
Down in towards the end boards. Try to go up the wall with it.
Good low support on the breakout there, and that's going to get them some easy entry.
5:33 left to go here in the third, and it's sped off to the right side, and they score. So a late goal here off the end of the stick there. Is that Parker Douglas again?
Parker Douglas on
Parker
the doorstep.
Douglas buries that one, and that'll be 7-5, and he'll continue his hot streak here during the high performance camp.
Yeah, we're going to call him Parker Doorstep Douglas because that's where he keeps finding himself. He goes to those dirty areas, and if you're sitting down at this game taking notes, which you likely aren't, find yourself into those tough areas, get into those scoring zones, and you're going to earn yourself some goals there. So as much as he does with the shot and the speed, he's still going to the grimy areas as well.
I like that nickname. How about just Doorstep?
Doorstep, yeah.
Doorstep. Take out the Parker Douglas part, but playing a real good tournament here for number 15 out there on purple, and that'll be 7-5 with 5:17 to go.
So you did say one more goal for
Yeah.
purple here, and we got ourselves a game, and we're going to see how the conclusion of this one finishes.
That one bounced off to the right side corner. Felix McDonald gets it back to the blue line. Sent in behind. Jack Taylor. Taylor to the line. Bounces off the stick, trying to get it through. It'll be Passed off there to Reese Sim. Sim over to the right. Oh, pushed. Trying to enter the zone. Down the left side, cut back play. On to the blue line. Shot. Falls down on the ice. That one caught up in the chest protector. Couple whacks at it. Rolls in behind.
Oh, that's a dangerous play.
Purple getting some pressure here as Jackson McDonald played that over. Greeno down the right side, and it falls in behind. Dando. Pushed up, falls into the right side corner.
Got away with an icing there.
3:48 to go, and Purple, if they get one here, they're really back in it. We saw it happen last game, so anything's possible. As we almost done the first game of the night here. You'll be on the call with the U15s at 7:45, and that'll wrap us up for day 2 of games here. I almost set up the meltdown, but we are at the high performance camp. Backhand saved there.
Yeah, life comes at you quick, doesn't it? All of a sudden you're in Antigonish, where it felt like you just got back from Montreal, which was a few weeks ago now, and an incredible experience for us, Jeff, and the whole crew at High Button there. We were able to bring a bunch of the guys up, and it was a road trip and a work trip all in the same thing, and a little team camaraderie, and team building needs to happen in the business as well, right? So we like to treat the business as a sports team or a hockey team, and we did some mini putting and some golfing there, and that's a good way to team build for sure.
I'd like to go through the Hockey Nova Scotia team building workouts they've got set out for this week. Imagine the High Button team taking this one on. I don't know how long we would last in the classroom, but...
Well, I'd say I'd have a better chance of lasting in the classroom than I would in the actual gym.
Yeah.
So, as soon as you said workout, I stopped listening. Which is why I'm up here now and not still playing.
Yeah.
It's not the only reason.
That's the only reason why, eh?
Yeah, no, it's not the only one, that's for sure.
Played in through the middle. 2:49. 7-5 the score, as Teal looking for some more here late. Down the left side, trying to get that centered off. Picked up, Jackson Mood looking to take over and tie this up for his team for the second time in a day. Cuts to the middle, shoots, and that one saved, and almost had them within one.
Mood almost.
Kind of turning on the gas here. Shot there by number 21, Asher Sampson, and the save made. 2:22 to go.
Yeah, it's a nice save there by Grandy. Needed that one here late in the game, but it almost just seems like Mood has another gear no matter what's going on here. Even when you think he's at the top of his game in a game, he just seems to find another one. And one thing I've liked out of his game today, a little more physicality from Mood there, where you don't normally see him lead with the hit, but showing off a bunch of skill sets here, as we already know he can score.
Yeah, we did the Joe tournament with him, actually. The Sidney Crosby shootout there.
Yes.
And he was in it this year with his buddies, and real good player out there, and he kind of made that thing look easy too. I don't know if he won, but he probably could have if he turned on the Jets.
One thing I notice as well too is you get the guys that are above and a lot better than some kids at their certain age group, and you always try and wonder what they're going to be like when you get guys all of the same caliber in the same arena, and he hasn't shied away from the challenge, and quite frankly he's still been one of the better players out here, so good for him. Rising to the occasion just like a lot of these players are, but at this particular moment we're talking Jackson Mood, so good showing here so far for him, and it's going to be tough to keep him off the roster in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely, and like we said, it is like an all-star game, so a lot of these players are going to excel against 90% of the league. It only becomes a little tighter when you're against, the 60 best of the league or whatever it is here. I believe it's around 60, right? Something like that.
I think it's 54, 52, something like that. 82. It's 46 on each team here, so once again, we talked about me not being a math person, and you guys got to see it live there.
46 on each team.
Yep. Or no, 46 in the whole division.
In the whole
here.
bang. All right,
Oh,
102 to go. We're going to have a nice sip of water. We'll be back for the U15s. Sharpened up.
See, I tell you, we talk about it. Listen, accountability up here in the booth. You start throwing numbers around, and I'm pretty much out of contention for any conversation.
I don't know why we keep doing that, dudes. It always ends up with us spun around in circles.
Well, we're trying to get better, right? You always got to be pushed to be a better mathematics or mathematician. See, I can't even say it, right? So there you go. Anyways, back to the game here.
Yes, 54 seconds in this 2-goal deficit here for Team Purple, who have controlled a decent amount of play here late, but with 48 on the clock, this is looking like how this one's going to end. Leading pass here to the right side. Teal picked up, shot the length of the ice, and it'll be about down low. Grace got that off. Move back up through the middle. Backhand intercepted, not much on that one. Purple in from the left side. 20 seconds now. Covered up. We'll get the whistle.
Yeah, a little late push here, just a little bit too late here for this Purple squad. But, you know, one thing that the coaches and evaluators will be looking for is the ability just to keep on with the game plan here no matter what the score is. I know we keep saying it, but this is at the end of the day a training camp, and you're trying to make a team here. So all these smallest little things will make a difference. And you just got to hope that if you do something small and effective that they notice.
18 seconds. On to the left side. Shot there into the glove, and save made.
Always love when the goaltenders stare that puck into their glove. It's similar in baseball or softball or whatever you play. You're told, you know, watch the ball into your glove. A lot easier said than done, but great job there. And he's just basically showing everybody that he saw that all the way, and you're not going to beat me without a screen. So
10 seconds, and shot in there, scooped up, and we'll try again with 4 seconds now on it.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes here to finish the game, and you know you got to hand it to Purple. They just keep pushing.
Keep pushing is right, and face off to the left side. And that will do it. So 7-2 the finale, and little playful hit laid in there by the goaltender to finish us off, and that's how you really know it's the end of the day. So for the U14s, that'll do it for them, and we'll be back shortly with the U15s. Thanks everyone for tuning in. See you in a few moments.